Welcome to Soul Infused Monday. I think I'm a few seconds too early today, but welcome. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Soul Infused Monday show. I'm gonna wait a few seconds until people are jumping in. I am using a different platform today, so let me know if you're hearing me, if you're seeing me. Leave me a comment below so that I know you are there. And as you are typing in your comment, let me know where you are in the world and how you are doing. So I'm super excited to be here with you today. Today it's about how to break so-called bad habits in order to create more space and more energy for the good stuff. So, and I'm going to dive into it in just a minute. Just let me know, you guys, do you see and hear me? I can't see any comments, so I don't know if anyone is seeing me. I don't even know if I'm live. Is anyone out there? Anyway, so otherwise, I'm just gonna get started. Oh, I got a comment here. Yay! Yes. Hello, Jessica. Hi, Pamela. You look gorgeous today. Thank you. Oh, here, Alyssa, Linda, Adam. Fantastic, and thanks for the compliment. It's so funny, you guys. You know, like, I didn't take the time to wash my hair because I didn't feel like it. So I just put it on my back, and still someone thinks I'm gorgeous. So, you know, sometimes we just don't have to stress about things and keep it relaxed and simple. So, Carly, hi, fantastic. So let's get started. Today, the topic, and by the way, if you're new to my show and to me, my name is Sonia de la Torre. I'm a life and energy coach. I'm a light worker, and I'm all about helping you being uplifted, connect with yourself, feeling good about yourself, and just have an incredible life full of freedom, joy, and happiness. So let me dive in. What are actually bad habits, you know? And I want to set the foundation a little bit first. And while I do that, regardless if you have any or not, if that resonates with you or not, just share with me, what are your habits? What are some of the behaviors or things you do in your life that you would like to shift because you somehow know they're actually not good for you? Okay, so let me see, get so many comments here. And if I miss a comment today, be assured that I will go back later and check it because it's a different platform and it goes very quick. But I love that you are all here. Fantastic. Okay, good. So I play tennis, and there's a point in me sharing that. I haven't played in quite a while, and so I just recently started to play again, and I've taken lessons from a trainer, from a coach. And so on Saturday I had a lesson, and I'm not a great player. I played decent enough, but I didn't have a lot of good training. Like, I didn't have a lot of lessons, professional coaching. So I have a few habits that are no good. And so while I was on the court doing my forehand, you know, and I realized he made me aware of that there are certain habits that were just not in my best interest, and they were influencing the quality of how I play. And my point in sharing this with you is, it doesn't matter in which area you have any habits, and it's not about it being good or bad. And if you've been following you for a while, everything is energy for me, and everything is about the experience. There is no judgment around it. At the same time, it is about determining how to differentiate what's good for you or what's not so good for you. And it's just the language that we use. And I got your attention, so it's good. So and that brought me to the idea of bringing this up today on Monday, because I think it's super valuable to understand a few things and to learn how to actually break certain behaviors, certain patterns, certain habits, so that you can create more space for the good stuff. And by the good stuff, I mean, and you can leave a comment on what the good stuff means to you. But overall, when I speak to people, the good stuff is freedom, joy, love, connection, purpose, health, abundance. So that is the good stuff. And of course, there's more. I'm just pointing out a few. And then there are things that are preventing us from experiencing this more and fully in our lives. And I'm going to see what some people share here. Indecision, smoking cigarettes, overthinking. It's just, a few here. If you have some more, just point them out. Leave a comment below. Say hello also, that I know you are there. And that's always great. So the good stuff. We all want more of the good stuff. And who in here watching right now live or on the replay, who in here knows and understands logically that certain things you do are not good for you? Who in here knows that? Who in here understands that smoking cigarettes, being indecisive, or overthinking, or whatever your habit is actually not good for you? So who in here knows it and says, yeah, me? You can raise your hand, although I don't see it. Going back to my story about tennis. So there are certain things that over time we got used to. There are habits that are a little bit more on the surface, that are easier to break. And then there are real patterns and behaviors that are emotionally and energetically tied in. And those are more difficult to break free of. Okay, lots of people are raising, yeah, me, yes, yes. Not exercising, yes, okay, yes, me, yeah. So you're not alone. Everybody does that. So there's nothing wrong with you, and it has nothing to do with willpower, okay? And I wanted to just make sure that everybody gets that even if you get it and if you understand it and you know about it, it's not the solution yet, right? Because otherwise nobody would struggle with it and you wouldn't even watch the show today. Okay, Maria is here. Hi. So we have all certain habits and behaviors and patterns that they are going against to what we actually want to accomplish more or create more, or experience more in our life, like the good stuff that I just shared. So, and going back to my tennis story, at some point he was teaching me a few things, and then he said to me, yeah, you are always trying to hit so hard, or you're trying to hit hard. And I was like, huh, really? I wasn't aware of that. And that was also like a light bulb moment, that I'm aware in my work. I just never applied it to other things. So I was not aware of me actually trying always to hit hard versus, focusing more on the technique, because it's not about hitting hard, especially if you don't have a good technique. If you're good, then you can hit hard. But if you have a bad habit, you don't want to even reinforce that bad habit by hitting hard when it comes to tennis. So what was a really good realization was like, wow, I was not aware of it. I didn't see it. And if I wouldn't have been coachable and open to it, I might have even resisted it, saying, no, I'm not trying to do that. That's not true. So that I kept me thinking. It was like, okay, so I went back to the court and played. And then I actually realized it's true. I often try to hit hard, even though I wasn't doing it on purpose. My point in sharing this with you, what's really important to know when you want to break free from certain behaviors or from certain patterns is that you need to be aware of what you're actually doing. This is a simple example now, on the tennis court. But for example, like if there's a habit that you have and you said indecisiveness or smoking cigarettes or, different things, is that, sorry, I got distracted for a second, reading a comment. Someone was transparent, so just, I get distracted too, reading some comment here, and I lost my thread. So awareness. And if you lose focus, always good to take a breath. So I'm going to take a breath, and I always invite you to take a breath with me. So awareness is one of the most important keys, because if you're smoking cigarettes or if you're indecisive or whatever your habit is, there's something underlying that we often don't understand or that we are not aware of, and that's the reason why we do it, and there's always a payoff. And the payoff doesn't need to be something obviously or logically positive, but it could be something, it keeps us safe, it keeps us in our comfort zone, It's easier. A lot of people are attached, and I'm including myself, like most humans, that we are conditioned, and when we are unconscious, we are more attached to being right than to shift something, right? So sometimes we fight something even though we know it's good for us. And does it make sense so far, guys? Let me know if this is landing for you, if this makes sense, if this is helpful. Let me know. So how to break free from patterns and behaviors that are not serving you, that you would like to shift so that you have more space to open up for more of the beautiful and the good feeling. Makes sense. Okay, thank you, Jessica. Is first, the number one thing you get to do is to decide that you want to do something about it. So once you are aware of it and you do want to change it into something more productive, into something more uplifting, or whatever you want to call it, first you decide that you want to do something about it. So, and that alone doesn't, then you get help. You find someone. Like if you want to get better in anything, you get help. I'm a huge advocate of coaching, therapy, counseling, whatever you call it. And for every area of your life, if you really want to improve and get well and have master it, then find someone who's an expert and let help in. Ask for help. So decide that you want to change it, that you want to create something new instead, and then get help and then stay consistent. Because repetition and someone who is consistently helping you until the pattern is really kind of broken in a sense and has new pathways, until then, it's when we need help. Because if you would not, then you would understand easily, hey, smoking, I'm just using smoking cigarettes because it came out here. If you wake up in the morning, you know it's not good for you to smoke cigarettes, you know, if you want to change it, you're aware of it, right? And at the same time, every day you might keep doing it, right? There's a deeper reason behind it. So, and if it would be so easy, then you would have done it already. Any pattern, if it would be just so easy and you would just resolve it from the mind, then you would have done it a long time ago and you wouldn't even struggle with it anymore, right? So, in a sense, is first make the decision, get help from someone who's an expert and can help you, and find someone who's going to challenge you to really overcome it, because in the beginning, we always resist change. We are really funny human beings, even though we want something so badly that's on the other side. When someone comes along and challenges us and actually helps us out of the comfort zone that we can really go to the other side, we fight for it. Yeah, can anyone relate? I mean, I can relate to it. I work with people in and out like for a long time, and sometimes they really fight for their patterns, and I'm aware of that, so I hold the space for them. But find someone who's strong enough and confident enough to keep you there and to hold the space for you until you really broke free, because then you can hold it for yourself. Okay. And if you have any questions, let me know, and any comments and feedback. Okay, fantastic. So decide that you want to do something about it. Find someone who's good at it to help you, and then stay consistent, make a commitment, and then repetition is important. And again, one thing that I realized again on Saturday during, Alyssa, you can relate to resistance for sure, yeah. I know, I get it. So even though he told me a few times what I had to do, and I understood it, I still kept going back to the old habit, to the wrong way of doing it. And then I said to him, you know what? You can say it to me every time I hit a ball. If I need that reminder, just tell me every time, put the racket more back or whatever it was. So it's like, even though you understand it, even though you know what to do, you still need reminders until it's really ingrained as a new habit that is serving you. And I'm super excited because the Self-Love Bootcamp is starting tomorrow. And for 8 weeks, it's basically also what we're going to do, because it's so necessary to stay consistent and do repetition and hearing things until those pathways, until those energy patterns are recreated. Okay, I'm an expert at resistance. Robin, I am the queen of resistance, just letting you know. Who in here, I love that you just said that. So, who in here watching this right now considers themselves really being good at resistance? So raise your hand, say yes, yes, yes. You're not alone with that, yeah. And you're taking it a little bit with humor, and detaching from it is also important, because it's not about putting any judgment on it. It's not about putting any judgment on your habit or on your pattern, because that's just a really bad pattern as well. It's about looking at it from the outside, from a perspective of, is this serving me? Is this making me feel good? Is this in alignment with my purpose? Is this in alignment with my vision? Is this something that I want to keep doing every day? And then I said yes or no, say, okay, no, it's not something that I want to do. So instead of judging yourself for it, get help to resolve it, because it's an opportunity for you. Things show up for you so that you can work on them to create ultimate freedom and joy. Okay? So get help, find someone that's going to help you through that. Keep hearing it over and over and doing it over and over again until you get really good at it. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I keep repeating and repeating and repeating the same things over and over again. And I always say, meditate. Go and meditate. It's one of the most powerful tools. At least the type of energy-based meditation that I do, I cannot say that other meditations that are different will have the same effect. However, any type of meditation will do you some good. Do you have any questions so far? Okay, yes, change is really hard to, let me see it here. Could be your couple, mom, friend, someone new in your environment. Let me just show if I can see that here. Yes. Okay, fantastic. To me, this has been forced sometimes, but it can see the positive result at the end. Exactly, fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it's really, it takes consistency. It takes commitment. And also be coachable. Let help in. It's about giving and receiving. And I'm not saying it's easy, because the ego always comes in, like there's shame involved. Maybe 10 years ago, someone would have said, oh, you're trying so hard all the time. It's like, no, I'm not trying so hard, because I would have taken it personal. I would have taken it in a negative way. And it had nothing to do. And I was so grateful that he said that. And I said to him, I appreciate you teaching me one step at a time that I can focus on, so that I can actually really get better at this, so that I enjoy the playing more, because I play for fun. I mean, I'm 46. I'm not going to, go on Wimbledon and play a competition or anything, right? And at the same time, I'm ambitious. I love to play, and I know if I'm better at it, I enjoy it even more. So when it comes to your own well-being, to your energy, to your self-worth, like it's something that you get to master over time, because it will make such a huge difference in how much joy and pleasure and abundance and freedom and connection and love you're gonna experience in your life. Because all those bad habits and all those stuck energies, they hold space in your space. So it's like cleaning out something so that you open up and you can receive more of the good stuff. Okay. I hope this was valuable. If you have any last comments or questions, jump them in here. Let's help in resist that just. Okay, good. So thank you for being here. Think about one thing, just one thing, that you would like to shift into, change into, break free from, and think about, am I willing and committed to make a change? Am I open to let help in? Am I consistent and I'm gonna I'm gonna stay with it until I be a master? And then take action, one small action step. Just one small thing every day is more worth and will get you to your result rather than one thing once in a while. And I've said that I think like a million times already. So, so good. Got to get rid of the bad stuff so there is space for the good stuff. Yeah. I have to show that. That's great, Jessica. So good. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Have a fantastic Monday. Come back next Monday. Again, same time, same place. If you found this valuable, hit the share button, hit the love button, hit the like button, share some love with me. And if you are wondering, how am I going to take a next step and you need some extra help, reach out to me. You can always send me a message. I always check who comments, I always respond to my messages. I always check who's sharing. I'm totally involved in this community and I would be more than happy to support you in any way I can. Much love and have a fantastic rest of your Monday.